Morning, good morning. I'm feeling so much better. Not completely better, but basically better. Just want to wish Angus such a congratulations on your new leadership position. I hope this makes you feel soups awkward. Because I had to take the brunt for your lazy bullshit that your entitled, slightly older little cohort got to just ride through like mummy stuck you in the little thing in the shopping centre at the trolley at Coles or Woolworths, and you've been like, wee mummy, look, wee, and then anyone from just a little, just teensy little bit, any conservative person just a teensy little bit younger was forced to do this. And I should thank you, because look at this. And this is only going to get better. But congratulations. You are stuck in a place that you can never get out of, because you will never be able to approach me. You won't be able to do it. You know what I mean? So we have, I don't know, how long have we got? A year or two? And this is the position. It's like, you don't get it. It's like you're all in there. Like, I've had to go and, bloody interruptions. I bet you the Wi-Fi is really snappy at Parliament House. I've had to go exploring through mountains and mountains of human progress and human avoidance. That doesn't need that, because the avoidance was real. It's not in theory. It's not in question. The avoidance was very real. The progress was also very real. It's like positive progress. These are the things I'd be hammering down and say, oh yes, so we have progress, but where is the positive progress? I see a lot of negative progress, and then I see a lot of avoidance, because everyone has been terrified by all the progress. Do you know what I mean? It's like forcing something onto someone's front lawn, like forcing, I don't know, what would people hate? Like a bus stop. There we go. These are the things. I'm doing a job for you, aren't you? Aren't I? We're a team. We're such a good team. Oh my God. Sorry. See, this is funny. This is what you don't like. This would actually be funny. This would be like, because all the seriousness of the woke trans crowd. This is the antidote. I'm the antidote. I have the injection to antidote all that woke fucking bullshit. And at any point, I can just stick a little like Chris Hemsworth. I can go round to Chris's house and be like, Chris, could I borrow some of your steroids? And he'll be like, yeah, you can suck them straight out of the end of my fucking cock. And then I will look like Chris Hemsworth as well. So it's like at the flick of a switch. This is the capabilities of man. One small step for man, one giant fucking headache for Angus Taylor. But let's use analogy. Let's use the bus stop. What Labor has done is they have stuck a bus stop on every man and child's front lawn. And that bus stop, they are giving free bus tickets, and your lawn is being littered with rappers. They are defecating on your lawn, and you are not remunerated at all for this gross intrusion into your castle land, into your private domicile property. And what's worse is these people are being shipped daily into a digital casino, and they are leaving their children unsupervised, and they are running rampant in the streets of every capital city in the fucking land. Do you know what I mean? That's where I'd be. just a little tip, just a little fucking, fucking little handball to the old fucking skipper of the Liberals. Yeah, that's about it. What a good day. What a good day. It's like you know what I mean? And well done, Susan Lee. I thought you did a magnificent job. There was some highlights. There was some you stuck it. You were there. What a fucking effort! What an effort! Truly, like an effort. See, the problem. It's like this isn't winnable by a woman in this thing. But it's like, but that will project into the future to concrete in, future attempts and future endeavors by women. And there's no doubt that a woman will be able to take the helm once it's very much just like this trans thing in women's sports. It's the reverse. It's like there are men, beating down because they're giving her an impossible task. They're like, you've got to be the leader, but don't not be a woman. Isn't that right? Impossible task. Mathematics. They have been pushed to this because of the head start men had, and then they're constantly pushing on their small bias advantage that they have to elevate the kind of pandering towards women and towards men that want to act like women. And so they have that. What they have is a serious problem with women who take the responsibility and fight on equal grounds with men, and they have a problem with men who pretend to be women, who invoke that archetype as opposed to the archetype of Dolly Parton or something like that. And I like to, sometimes Dolly gets in there, but it's I'm in for the long run. So this could be a full, I could invent a full Thatcher. I could have a full Thatcher period. I could go, I could go right up and stand there at the end as a kind of, as the wonderful example, matriarchal figure of Camilla, which I think, and this is it as well. It's like, where would we be with Princess Diana as the queen? Camilla is the perfect queen. She literally is the perfect queen. There is no, for this period. And I think that's going to be easy to prove if you give examples like my mother. Do you know what I mean? Because basically where my mother's at, we've got two ways we can go. We've got a bloated old mentally ill woman with $1 million property, okay? And a constant fucking paycheck. Why doesn't she have 10 Indian groundskeepers, slash, do you know what I mean? In the arbitrage, because God knows that's what the patriarchal figures would have had. So she is in that position. And then that would then take the heat off of me, because I would be like, I could just go there and go, fellas, can you plant some trees for your queen? And they'll be like, yes, right away. We are just so happy to be here. You know what I mean? There's plenty of place there for them they could have a little temple. It's like that's a reality. That's a reality we could look at. We could look at the matriarchal, elevated, model. But without going to that level, I can't see how we're going to find. There can't be cannibalism on the culture, on the baseline culture of what's been passed down through generations. And if a gender flip, such as we've seen over the last 40 years, is going to cause a genocide, perhaps it's on a longer timeline, and it's more inconvenient to accuse the elderly women of Australia of committing a genocide than to just blame one Jew. Do you know? And this is where unfortunately, this is where we're at. So we could take every single woman of, retirement age woman in Australia, and truly in the Commonwealth, and we could blame all of them collectively, not kill, just blame them in this moment. Quite a difficult thing to do. I have direct verbal confirmation that the police have indeed told me that they do not like the optics of arresting or prosecuting elderly women in this country. So I understand the optics, but I think it's the optics that are getting us in trouble everywhere. And so I see the optics of, disciplining every elderly woman in this country for committing a genocide, a slow and steady genocide on the entire culture and the entire future, the past, the present, fucking everything, every skerrick of and replacing it with Days of Our Lives and the View and Oprah. I see that as a larger thing than a particular Israeli government defending its very small holding surrounded by its enemies. So yeah, let's float this out there. Let's just be like, listen, there is a chance. The reason Susan Lee has had to retire is not because she isn't capable. It's not because she's not a capable leader. It's because the problem exists with a very, very large, very wealthy, very powerful cohort that has never in human history had this much wealth, power given to them, and they just simply do not know what to do with it. And it is very difficult to discipline our mothers. It is very difficult to discipline our grandmothers. That's why we've never, ever, ever done it before. We've never, ever, ever, ever had to do this. And if we don't discipline our mothers, then parasitical, fucking nefarious sociopathic entities will come in, and they will fuck our mothers and our grandmothers into submission, and they will enforce and guarantee the genocide on this timeline that I speak of. And so, while to a younger, more energetic cohort of Australian women, it may seem easier, more humane, and definitely seems more politically correct to blame one Jew for the problems, and then in turn all Jews for the problems. I would say in this moment we've got to take the phones off Granny, and we've got to take the phones off of Mum, and we've got to take the phones off of our daughters so that we do not have to kill all the Jews. So that we do not stray into the horrific territory of our ancestors, that more than likely that situation has led to this strange, this strange matriarchal empire, like a floating matriarchal fucking empire of nothingness. And basically, we need to reactivate the maternal instinct of Australian elderly women, and of Australian middle-aged women, and of Australian young women. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to basically invent a character, and it's called Baby Oz. It's called Baby Oz. Okay? And Baby Oz is Australia. And Baby Oz, you might have noted, you might have cottoned on by the name. Like this is Baby Groot. That's Baby Groot there. He's a cute little, he's hiding behind the thing because he got killed. And then he gets shrunk down. He's a little baby and he's very cute. He's very cute. But Baby Oz is Australia. And see, Australia has been falsely identified by this left cohort as a aggressive patriarchal man, when in fact, in an accurate representation of global diplomatic and geopolitical the situation, Australia is a little baby. It is a baby, like this is a baby kitten. This is a little baby kitten. Okay. Australia is the same. Australia is a little, but it's not a kitten. It's not it's an actual human baby. Okay, and it's very, very delicate. We need to look after it very, very nurturingly, like mothers. Okay, it's not a man. Not a man in a red coat holding a gun. It's not a man on horseback. It's not Australia. Baby Oz. It's not Dr. Oz. Yeah, Dr. Oz may have helped in delivering Baby Oz. Not really, though, but a little bit, maybe, if I give his little ego a little rub. And the old women, they like Dr. Oz because he was on the telly as a doctor, like George Clooney. Thanks, George. I love how George Clooney and Brad Pitt are having a coffee off, and like an automatic coffee off, still maintaining their kind of Ocean's 11 characters. Crazy. And it's like, it's between the little pods, which magically just create, okay coffee. And like the barista experience, which is now automatic. And so that's kind of what Brad's selling, Brad Pitt, that is. And it's like, if York is allowed to have fucking how many teddies and it's like, I've been sitting there bagging out my mum for all her little Temu presents and all these little things and all this stuff, while the Duke of York has fucking 70 fucking teddy bears and God knows how many fucking prostitutes and women that are not old enough, they're like Baby Oz. And look how they looked after Baby Oz. Or that half of the family. Charles, on the other hand, has done an outstanding job. So, we won't throw the baby out with the bathwater. But we certainly won't let the Duke or the ex-Duke, the fucking Mount Andrew Batten fucking cocksucker fucking watch and babysit the fucking Baby Oz. Fucking Jesus Christ. Think of the children. Okay? To think of the children. And before we think of the children, we need to think of our country as a baby. It is just a little baby. It's not a little English baby. It's not a little British baby. It's not a little Australian baby. It's a little baby that we all have to look after. Right? It's Australia is Mowgli from the Jungle Book. It's adopted by the Aboriginal people, and they've done a wonderful job. You know what I mean? And there's like a communal, it's like, yeah, it's Moses, not anyone in particular, but the Baby Oz is Moses. He's raised in this crazy land, And then he has to end up defending the Aboriginal people that have adopted him from the outsiders, from the invaders. Baby Oz. Baby Oz. And yeah, that's it. I said I'd only speak for a minute because this might not even be here. So I just wanted to say congratulations, Angus. Fine, Skysname, you got it. Anyway, good luck. I hope I've done all I can to bless this fucking ship. And to perhaps just offer up a suggestion for the future direction. And like I can't remember his name, Malcolm Turnbull, we are on a journey back to find the middle, to find the center, to have the conversations in the middle, to just ignore the raucous fucking yelling from the baby killers on the far left, and get back to a quiet environment, a quiet, well-designed, careful environment that is suitable for caring for a baby Oz. Thank you.